my ideal Thomas the E2 tank engine go. So Thomas is LPCR number 1 of 5, built on May 10th, 1915. Then, later on that year, on June 14th, 1915, bombing raid happened at Brighton, and so he pushed a train out of the station and subsequently brought him to Sodor. He was tired but weary, but he still managed on. He's had quite a life on the island. His brothers and sisters really thought he was scrapped, until his book came out in 1946. It was almost near the end of their run, but Thomas did try to write letters, but most of them have gone. He didn't know where they were located, or they just got lost in the mail. No one really knows. After he got their specific location for the time, they started communicating once more. But unfortunately, it wasn't for long, because as of 1963, all of his brothers and sisters were scrapped. Unfortunately, Thomas barely ever recovered from that incident and from what happened. He still misses them dearly, but sometimes he thinks he hears their voices at night, saying his name. But do you think so? Don't you? Well, as I was saying, and Thomas has had many adventures, like crashing into the station master's house in 1960, on January 1st, 1960. So I guess you could say that went off with a bang. Thomas has had, well, a life. He's met good people, he's met good engines, bad engines, all sorts. But does that ever dampen his spirits? It never does. He just keeps on puffing throughout the hardest of times. World War II, no problem. One, no problem. And that's why they call him a really useful engine. And what? Such an unassuming class. Again, one of the most famous in the world. I'm sorry that sounds like a storybook. I shouldn't say that. I'm giving some lore to my favorite character in the Thomas series. Thomas the Tank Engine. Of course, he's the only one I've done a remake on. It's because I feel like he did need a remake. And you cannot blame me for that. Also, I've added details. More details than the last one. First edit I've done with Thomas. Plus, yeah, I've done 4. But still, I'd use that picture as reference to try to do it. These ads might not go on for too much longer either. But, because I thought, I'm bored, story remake. You know, sometimes you just feel like that, so that's what I decided to do. As you can tell, I added NO1 standing for number 1. And of course you can see I put his builder's plate on his side, and as well as put the Northwestern Railroad crest on his wheeler NO1. That one I think I'm pretty proud of. Let's go let you look at him. That was my ideal Thomas the E2 tank engine remake. Peace.